Oh my God, I cannot believe what I just read in the news. This is one of the biggest stories and one of the best things that ever happened in the universe. This is incredible. So I'll just get right to it. News update, news flash, breaking news. Quote, Toys R Us is back from the dead and will open U.S. stores in 2019 is an article right here on this website, Ad Age, ADAGE, Ad Age, published on 21 June 2019. Go online, read that article. I just cannot again believe what I am seeing here. This is like one of the greatest stories of all time. It really truly is. Because when Toys R Us was brand new in America, it was like the biggest thing for my generation ever, man. Toys R Us was like a dream, man. It was like surreal. It really was, man. It was like going to Disneyland and being able to take some Disneyland home with you. I mean, you can do that at Disneyland in the souvenir shop and you can buy Disney, but I'm saying like the feeling was literally like going to Disneyland or Disney World. I'm looking up the history. I didn't even research anything here, okay, in terms of the history of Toys R Us, but I'm going to do that right now. So whoever's listening, thank you for tuning in. If you're a fan of this show, if you respect and support this show, we 495, man, we appreciate you. So Wikipedia says that Toys R Us is an international toy, clothing, video game, and baby product retailer owned by True Kids Incorporated. So, and various others. I would have thought that it was created in the 1980s, but apparently it was founded in April of 1948, according to Wikipedia, with its headquarters located in Wayne, New Jersey, in the New York metropolitan area. Let's expand this. So, that's really interesting. 71 years ago. Huh. Imagine that. Founder, Charles Lazarus. Defunct. 2018, 24 April. In the United Kingdom. And 29 June 2018 in the States. 5 August 2018 in Australia. So Toys R Us was in the UK, the US, Australia, headquartered again in Wayne, New Jersey. Number of locations, 807. Wow. Revenue, $11.5 billion. Well, that article that I first pointed to, Ad Age, I saw something about like $7 billion like annual revenue. But this says, don't quote me on that, just read the article. This one here, or rather this wiki, it says revenue for 2016 was 11.5. The net was 36. Hold on, man. US 11.5 billion. Oh, wow. US operating net income negative 36 million. Holy shit. So they were bringing in 11.5, but they were negative 36 mil at the end of the day. Dang. Total assets 6.9 billion 2016. So they had 6.9 billion. I mean, man, look, those stores were big though, you know what I mean? And that's the issue. And with Amazon and all these other online retailers, that really put a dent in Toys R Us back some years ago. So what it looks like is they're going from the really big box store down to this smaller, more streamlined version. And that article, read the Ad Age article. It mentions something about how with the new business model strategy, there would be a way in which to like order products or something like that online and then they'll like pick them up at the store or something like that. Like, don't quote me on that. Just read the article. I cited it in a scholarly context. So I want you, when I point out these links, it's to help the originators of those articles, those bodies of information. I'm sending my audience over to Ad Age to check out the article because, man, that just put a smile on my face, man. That's the greatest fucking thing, man, in the world right now. Toys R Us is magical. And when it went away, I was fucking sad, man. I remember when I had $100 when I was a kid for my birthday, which isn't a whole lot of money nowadays. It ain't shit nowadays. But, man, back then, $100 in the 1980s, for me, dude, that was huge. I went to Toys R Us and I bought like 10 toys, you know? Like, I just had all these like toys that I came home with and it was amazing. So, I mean, man, I lived in the low income projects before we moved out, before my mother got her degree. So, we were low income, man. And 10 toys and $100 to me back then, man, that was like a dream come true. So it says that the owner now, or the owner is True Kids Inc. Looks like, what is this? Canada? There's a company in Canada called Fairfax Financial. Is a financial holding company based in Toronto, Ontario, which is engaged in property, casualty, and life insurance and insurance investment management. Huh, interesting. Fairfax Holdings Limited, 1985. So I guess Toys R Us is partially owned in the U.S., Canada, Portugal, and Scandinavia. Green Swan. I guess that's the name of the company. Green Swan, Portugal. Top Toy? What? It's Top Toy. Let's check out Top Toy in Scandinavia. That sounds interesting, man. Hold on. Let's do this research. Let's check out these Creative Commons here. Top Toy, Scandinavia. See what we can see with the web. License Global. Says Top Toy is Scandinavia's largest toy retail company. Okay, let's look at some images on Google and see what one can get at Top Toy. Hey, man, I'm just a big kid at heart, man. I like fucking toys. I fucking absolutely like toys. Man. In fact, when I make my billions, I'm going to collect some, like, arcane toys. Let me see here. The Toy Collector. I don't really see anything here for... Oh, here it is, Danish Top Toy. Yeah, but this is more like advertising, marketing, like signage, like graphic designs, illustrations, like marketing materials. Okay. Why is it not showing? I see what Top Toy looks like. The store. Okay, Top Toy Scandinavia toys. I want to see some fucking images, dude. I want to see some crystal clear, sharp images here. Toys R Us, Top Toy Scandinavia license. It keeps going back to this licenseglobal.com website. Licenseglobal.com website. So let's click on this. Alright, so that looks just like what I'm trying to like wrap my mind around. Okay. So every instance of Top Toy Scandinavia that I see here just shows like a Toys R Us store. And it says Toys R Us. Save for one image here, which isn't clear. I can see the interior of this store that looks like it's in a mall. But it's not really clear. Okay, I see BR. B is in Bravo, R is in Romeo. Okay, so when it shows Top Toy, it brings up this image of this BR Toys. So, still again, not understanding Top Toy. We need some, let's see. Let's go like this. Hold on. Let's get this going here. Come on, Google. Top toy images. Google really needs to like fix their search protocol here. All right, top toys. Now see, that just brings up like top toys, like in terms of ranking. Top toy store, Scandinavia. Let's do that. Top toy store, Scandinavia. Okay, search images. It's still. What is this? What is this guy talking about, man, on YouTube? One of those like little push notifications. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it like this. Top toy company, Scandinavia. Shouldn't be that fucking this hard, man, to bring up some data. Toy catalog, abrupt BR Toys R Us, bankruptcy. So I keep seeing this dude with glasses on. And I keep seeing this BR, I guess, logo. Toys R Us, US. Okay, what is this BR? What is this BR? Toys. BR Toys. All right, let's search that because that. Okay, Top Toys. So Top Toys logo is this. It looks like Top Toys logo is, what is that? What is this? Okay, so Denmark, Mercado, BR Lelut Toy Stores. All right, here's the wiki on it. Gotta plug this in. Gotta plug it in and get the power going. So now they're gonna write this shit in Finnish. All right, no, let's go English, okay? I don't speak no Finnish. Let's see. BR Toys was a Danish store chain founded in 1963. Its owner was Danish Top Toy. Okay, so Top Toy owned BR Toys, and that's why anytime I search for Top Toy, there's the BR Toys logo. All right, so this is Denmark, 1963, abolished in 2018. Soren Torp Lorsen was the managing director. Bankruptcy. The mascot. All right, the mascot character of BR Toys. History. Let's see. All right, so now they want to put this shit back in Finnish. It's like it starts off in English, then it's back. Oh, wait, hold on. It just translated. BR Toys. Stores were located in Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Germany. There were 26 stores in Finland and Helsinki, Espoo, Tampere, Turku, Vantaa. How do you say that? Hivinka, I don't know. Hamin, Lina, Kokola, Kuovuola, Kuopio, Lati, Lapin, Ranta, Lempala, Finland. I don't know, man. There's like 2 A's right there, and then an LA. In what is that? Oulu, Pori, Salo, and Vasa. The parent company of Finland is Top Toy A/S Filial E Finland, whose auxiliary names are not only BR Toys but also Toy Scandinavia and Toy Box Toy Shop. Okay. All right. These numbers look weird, though. I don't understand this. It says shops 7777. Does that mean 7,777? I mean, wow, if that's true. In Denmark, they have 7,777. I mean, it even said for Toys R Us in America, like in the article by Ad Age, something like 800. Or wherever I read that information in the past like hour. It's like 800 and some odd stores. So they're saying here on Wikipedia that this company, BR Toys, I guess, owned by Top Toy, has 7,777 shops in Denmark. That seems a bit much. Denmark isn't that big of a country. Swedish state, 62,062. It seems, I don't know, man. Whoever did this doesn't seem right. Like, 62,000 fucking shops for real in Sweden? Nah, dude. Sweden's a little tiny fucking country, man. How the fuck could there be 62,000 of these shops? That's what it says. Like, if you wiki what I'm looking at right here, it says 6262. Finish 2626. I mean, they just reverse 6262. What the fuck do these numbers mean? Nah, man. See, this is what okay, I get it. I see. Denmark has 77. Swedish has 62. Finnish has 26. Because this person, however they input this information into the column here, it just doubled the number. Because if you take these numbers and you add them up, looks like the total is 193. So Germany doesn't have 1,111. Fuck spam ass motherfuckers. Dismissed, bitch. 1111. Okay, so Germany, it's really 11. I bet they're 11. There's no fucking way that there are 11,111 of these stores in Germany. 16 in Norway. Faroe is 1. There's 1 in Faroe. Let's look up Faroe, too, by the way, since it's popping up. Let's just investigate it. Faroe Islands is a Danish self-governing island group in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean. The 18 islands of the Faroe Islands are located between Scotland, Norway, and Iceland. I bet there are aliens up there, man, for sure, like, transiting that zone because, like, first of all, it's near Scotland, and you already know near Scotland and Wales with the Isle of Man and the Isle of Skye. You already know that's alien territory, man. I've read about it. I know about it. Man, that North Atlantic, the Atlantic, man, and going into Northern Europe, dude, there's a lot of alien activity there, man. That Atlantic, I mean, even like Rendlesham Forest. Dude, come on, man. Bentwaters, Rendlesham Forest, HyBrasil. Dude, Stonehenge. I was reading some crazy fucking shit the other night about Stonehenge. People went there for some type of like seance or whatever the fuck they were doing, trying to be funny, trying to be like invoking like spirits and shit. Dude, they got transported like somewhere else, man. There's like weird energy fields there. Those kids don't exist anymore, like at least not like here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not in this world anymore. They went like to some other place. But yeah, dude, and that's not even like a hoax. That's a real true story. So Faroe Islands, their total area is 1,396 square kilometers. The islands have formed some 55 million years ago. Dang! They are mountainous and have an Arctic sea climate. The vegetation is mostly shallow, and there are not many trees and shrubs. About 2 million pairs of seabirds nest on the cliffs. Yo, man, Faroe Islands looks dope. It's right there in alien territory, 100%. Polity, an autonomous region belonging to Denmark. Monarch. Margareta II, Prime Minister. Excuse me. Axel V, I guess 5. Johannes. So he's the 5th Prime Minister. Why is this redded out? Like, why? And then, okay, it's because the page hasn't been created yet. Who is this? Okay, we got to look that up, too. Don't think I'm going all over the place. I'm not. We're doing some research here. Checking some shit out, man. Toys R Us is back in effect. Back in effect. Back in effect. Toys R Us. All right, so Axel, let's see. No, it's not for 5. It's not for the number 5. It's not Roman numeralized. That's not what it is. It's Axel Wilhelmsson. Fuck, I didn't say that right. Wilhelmsson Johansson is a Pharisee lawyer and politician for the Social Democratic Party, and a former footballer. Well, I got to give him props for playing football. And he looks like a tough dude, so you wouldn't want to mess with that guy. Just hope that he changes his mind and worldview and gets the hell away from socialism, because socialism is a problem. So anyway, but yeah, no, the country looks fresh, dude. Like, that shit is a trip. Like, what? How many people in the U.S. are like, yo, man, the other day I was just chilling on the web, checking out, Faroe Islands and shit. I mean, most kids, man, there's so many information is just right here, man. And it's like kids don't even know that. When I say kids, I'm talking about like in the New York like street slang of it all, like kids. You know what I mean? Like these fucking kids. I'm not talking about like youngsters. I'm talking about adults who are over the age of 18. Just peeping some images right here on Faroe Islands. Damn, that's definitely alien territory. Aliens love that North Atlantic shit where most niggas don't even exist. Like, they be up there like, man, that shit looks dope. 14 reasons to visit the Faroe Islands. That's from cntraveler.com. Visit the Faroe Islands. Damn, this shit is like virgin, untouched territory. You know the aliens love that shit. Says people also search for Greenland, Iceland, Åland Islands, and is that Åland Islands in Denmark. Dude, this place looks fucking tight as fuck. Well, hold on, because what I'm looking at is just like, looks rural. Like, I don't see any metropolitan, but I'm going cities here. Faroe Islands, yeah, they absolutely fucking in fact do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That looks like it looks like the Netherlands, man. It looks like a Danish Dutch colony. There's the islands. Okay, so Faroe Islands is like many different slices of islands. I'm counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, there's so many slivers, man. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Like, many different slices. I don't know if that's an exact number. This is just like an overview. Huh, Faroe Islands looks like it's popping. Damn, man, I bet the weather there is so fucking dope. I lived on the Pacific coast, man. These homes, this shit is so fucking beautiful, dude. It says right here, travel and leisure, why the Faroe Islands are hot with travelers this summer. Man, I love Europe, man. Northern Europe, especially. Like, no disrespect to people elsewhere. But, man, these places, I mean, I just like the Atlantic, man. Atlantis, you know what I'm saying? Atlantis, HyBrasil, Rendlesham, Bentwaters, Scotland, Highlands, the Isle of Skye, the Isle of Man. Come on, man. Highlander, the movie. There's fucking aliens up there, man. They love that shit. Tall whites, the Nordics, Germany. All that shit, man, is 100, Unfortunately, you have people who are, they're fascist, man, and like Hitler, he thought of himself as being part of a master race, and that was his flaw, and he sought to connect with that ancient alien group, and that's why they went to Antarctica, because he was told that there was some secret shit down there. And apparently they connected with it. Now, going back up the map, look, the shit I'm seeing, dude, is so fucking fresh. You see, I'm an artist, man. I started off as an artist. I wanted to be an architect at some point after wanting to be an artist. Man, my love for Toys R Us as a kid is now taking me to the Faroe Islands online. Because, man, this art that I'm seeing, this natural beauty and terrain, my God, I'm looking at this photo right here of this, it's almost like something you'd see in The Legend of Zelda, the Temple of Time. This building is like stone masonry. It has, let me see, how many, okay, right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is that a church? What is that? What is this? What is this image? Come on, man. See, Google be tripping sometimes, man. I'm just trying to get a handle on this to see what I'm looking at here. Best Faroe Island hotels. Damn, that looks like some shit. See, man, I'm telling you, Faroe Islands, man, has been inhabited by aliens, man. They even got these hotels. Go online and look at Best Faroe Islands hotels, from budget to luxury accommodation. Look at that out in the middle of nowhere, man. Just right there in the clouds. Take a look at it. See what I'm seeing. These are like geodesic domes. Okay? Kids in America, most kids, I'm talking about adults over the age of 18, I call them kids. You know what I'm saying? New York, like street slang, you feel me? Yo, kids in America, they don't fucking know jack diddly shit squat about some shit like this. They're too busy, man, trying to figure out how to apply auto-tune to their voices and shit. Man, go online, say, tell Google or whatever your search engine, type Best Faroe Islands hotels from budget to luxury accommodation, and look at these images that I'm looking at. Look at this. Faroe Islands. Wow, that's like definitely like some Martian type shit. What are these, windmills? Okay, someone drew. I see, like someone used some art to like pen prepare for summer rush by saying no to tourism. I mean, man, sharks in the North Sea. I mean, these images, man, of Northern Europe are just mind fucking blowing here. Man, I love geography. I used to study geography, man, independently. And then when I was in college, I studied, I had a course in geography taught by a Chinese-American professor who, he had worked in NRO, which at the time was under CIA during the Cold War. And he worked in a subterranean skiff underground and reviewed satellite imagery and other data. And yeah, man, I love geography, man. I spent years in college, like outside like class studying, and dude, in fact, you know what? It just occurred to me. We're working on an album cover, and I was talking to Sen, the Soul Stealer, fellow rap artist, and I was like, "Yo, bro, what do you want to do on these graphics? Like, when we get these graphics done for this new album cover, where we like come out in 2019, like out of the woodwork, and motherfuckers is like, what? They came back, like they were never gone, like there's a new like project, like they're doing fucking shit in 2019, like what?" Yo, these scenes, I'm looking at this one right here. Go online and check this out. Go to Why the Faroe Islands Needs 37 Words for Fog. Okay, again, it's from the Telegraph. Why the Faroe Islands Needs 37 Words for Fog. Look at that image. You see that background, man? That sky, that landscape. See, where I grew up, I used to, in the Puget Sound, there are places in the Puget Sound that look kind of sort of like this. Kind of sort of like this. I've taken photos, man, that I posted online of me like in the San Juan Islands, like straight to Juan de Fuca, like right next to Canada on the horizon, right? Like Fort Casey and like, you know what I'm saying? Camino Island and like, you know what I mean? Like Oak Harbor and Vashon Island and all these different places that if kids ain't been to the Puget Sound, they don't know what's going down. Alright? Point is, dude, this shit right here, this landscape, this some alien shit right here. Shit, well, I mean, the Pacific Ocean is alien too, man. You know, aliens love that Pacific Rim. They love that ring of fire, that electromagnetic energy. They love to fly over the fucking, the mountains there in, like Mount Rainier. Shit, dude, just look up the CIA document on that shit, man. It's right there, declassified. They love the mountains. They love the Pacific Northwest, man. And because there have been more UFO sightings in the state of Washington than anywhere else in the U.S. Mexico, I believe, is the number one is number one for sightings out of country, for all countries combined. But like in the U.S., Washington State, there are more sightings in Washington State than any other state in America, and that's why MUFON is posted up. That is headquartered in Washington State. And if y'all didn't know, because y'all just didn't hear, because you didn't see, like, there's a lot of shit in the news. People miss a lot of stuff because, there's it's like mass media, right? Like, just fucking, to say the least, right? So now the way information is beamed around the world, there's so much data. Like, I hear about stories, I'm like, how the fuck could I have missed that? Like, I'm like scanning the entire globe. Like, I don't know everything, but I mean, shit, dude, like, I scan news, like, feeds around the clock, right? And they be telling me about these crazy stories and shit. I'm like, what? That was in the news when? Like, I watched the news all day yesterday. I never saw that in the top headlines. Man, look, I got a lot of tools, man. I have a lot of different computers and shit. And I see a lot of different information. Like, I have, like, man, hundreds of news sites, thousands, actually, sources, man. And I'm just scanning the grid. Like, and then I hear from someone, yo, did you hear about this? And I'm like, what, man? Get out of here. They're like, nah, man. And then I look it up and I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that? So what I'm saying is this: if you didn't know, UFOs are no longer taboo. U.S. government has decided to declassify a lot more information and has admitted to the existence of UFOs. They're not holding back, man. Our gov, we're letting the cat out the bag, man. Like, we're letting people know UFOs are for real, because we were the last country on the planet to, like, hide the information. So if you didn't know, man, Google U.S. government admits to the existence of UFOs. So if you're telling yourself, man, UFOs aren't for real, Grove, man, come on, bro. Like, there's no evidence and we have no proof. Yeah, we do. Yes, we fucking do. And our government has just, and it's been a headline world news, just in case you missed it. Headline world news: our government is no longer hiding the fact that UFOs are here on a daily basis and have been for eons. Just in case you didn't fucking know that shit. What does G.I. Joe say, man, the cartoon? Now you know, and no one's half the battle, though. I added the though part just for a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of flair, just to kind of jazz it up, spice it up, spruce it up a little bit. So anyway, man, the Faroe Islands, definitely ET territory, man. You can always tell where ETs are active because they're the most beautiful places on Earth. Like, the most gorgeous, like least touched, like, that is lesser touched by human beings. Yes, obviously, aliens. I like to say aliens, sometimes interchangeably with aliens. Aliens, advanced beings, man, that come here in transit. They're all over, man. They're cloaked above cities and shit, like the lights over Arizona. Like, they've been here, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't tripping. I'm just saying, though, like, in terms of how they perceive, what I've learned is, though I don't understand 100% how obviously alien beings who travel the stars think, one thing I know, however, they seem to like places like Greenland and Iceland and, like, remote parts of the Pacific and the Scottish Highlands and the Isle of Man, the Isle of Skye. Man, look, there's some video games that I used to play when I was a kid that are representative of this type of, like, thematic, this type of motif, this type of visual landscape. The Faroe Islands, like I said, why? The Faroe Islands needs 37 words for fog, the telegraph. You look at this photo that I'm looking at right here, man. Couple video games, a few of them actually from the 1980s. The video game Rygar, R-Y-G-A-R. So fucking dope. The music, even though it was all like MIDI, like Nintendo, you know, like with the, you know, you're like, right, that's like a, you know, million different games that were made. Right, but Rygar, especially, like the sound, even though it was like a little like campy, because it was like the 1980s, Rygar, extraordinarily fucking dope game. Like, that shit was dope. Look up Rygar, R-Y-G-A-R. I've talked about it before. Rygar, the character, was in this land on these like plateaus and like mesas and these different like landforms that were like in the sky, right? And HyRule from The Legend of Zelda, HyRule, where he lives and where he moves about along, throughout that world of HyRule. Where the fuck you think they got HyRule, man? I know it's from HyBrasil. I know it is. It has to be, man. Because think about it. It's this like supposedly mythical like island, right? That's basically like cloaked from others so that others cannot see where it is, right? And it's just like, Wonder Woman, right? Wonder Woman. It's the same shit, man. It's the same. It's fucking HyBrasil. It all goes back to HyBrasil. Now look, check this out. If you're an advanced group, breakaway civilization, let's say breakaway civilization, right? So if you're a breakaway civilization where you've learned how to like regenerate the human body, you can like 3D print organs and your cells, right? And maybe you can't do it for like 1 billion years, but maybe you can do it for like tens of millions of years before the universe is like, okay, now you'll go somewhere else, all right? So you've learned how to like keep making yourself, remaking yourself, and living basically like perpetually, indefinitely, right? You got to hide somewhere on Earth. Well, if you have the type of technology, kind of like Westworld, right? With like I'm not saying humans are animatronics or like robots or anything, but I'm saying if you have the capability to like interact with humanoids, right? And you can live in a shell like a humanoid, your mind energy can reside in a human form, right? And you want to be on Earth and you don't want to be noticed or fucked with or like seen or like, you just want to live like out in the middle of the Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? Like Wonder Woman, like The Legend of Zelda, like Rygar. Well, you could create an island that is invisible to humans, and you could also use certain types of countermeasures that would throw off radar. It would throw off tracking systems. It would throw off any attempt to try to track your location out in the middle of the Atlantic. And if ships try to approach you, you can like quickly like move your location. You can like shift and transpose your location, because after tens of millions of years, you would definitely have access to anti-gravity technology, and you'd be able to basically like lift off your platform and just kind of like rotate it, right? You could create a cloak, a field, basically encase, that is, surround your fortress with some type of energy field, making you basically invisible to the human naked eye. Militaries as advanced as they are, of this terrestrial planet world, they wouldn't even be able to locate you. You know how many fucking islands there are, like remote islands that have never even been like found, even with all the satellite mapping we do, mapping the entire Earth supposedly. You know how many like really tiny fucking small like remote islands have never been encountered by humans on this timeline? You know how much shit is on this planet? You know how many things is what I'm saying? Like how much is on this planet? There are remote locations that have never, where modern humans have never stepped foot. There are tribes that have never been communicated with, man. Like hidden societies and hidden ancient civilizations on this planet right now that humans have never had any contact with. Different types of beings, like different types of life forms that we've never found, we've never seen, we don't know exist above and below ground. So, HyBrasil, man, you're like, Grove, you went from Toys R Us to HyBrasil. Yes, I did. for good cause, good reason, and good measure. HyBrasil is real, man. I know it fucking is. I know Atlantis is real because I've studied it and I've read about it. The Greeks knew about it, and it's a civilization that experienced a great global flood. It was a great global flood, man, worldwide flood. Water levels rose worldwide. And Atlantis was and is an alien advanced society, civilization that had to move to some different other locations. And it's the same civilization that was and is responsible for the creation of the pyramids, because they use sound energy, sound waves, sound frequencies to levitate very large pieces of rock, stone, granite, you name it. And when the Israeli and European scientists, when they looked at these different language groups from these different continents and these different places around the globe that seem to be disconnected on the surface, that seem to be disparate and not related, that seem to be unrelated, well, it was determined when they crunched the numbers using supercomputer software. It was determined and learned that those different language groups that seem different on different continents, they're actually the same language. That's right. So that means conclusively, definitively, concretely, that these different pyramid societies, they were all actually the same society. They're all from Atlantis, and they're all ancient alien-based societies that is really just one society. And when there was the Great Flood, they went out, they spread out. They took to high grounds. They also went below grounds. That is below ground. You look up Darren Kuyu, D-E-R-I-N, Darren K-U-Y-U, Darren Kuyu. What is that, Istanbul? Let's look up Darren Kuyu, the Sumerian god, Ahura Mazda. Darren Kuyu. Here we go. It's a town and district of Nevşehir province in the central Anatolia region of Turkey. According to 2010 census, population of the district is 22,114, of which 10,679 live in the town of Darren Kuyu. All right, Darren Kuyu underground city. Talking about ancient alien technology. Boom, there it is. Right out of Wiki. The Darren Kuyu underground city is an ancient multi-level underground city in the Darren Kuyu district of the Nevşehir province, Turkey, extending to a depth of approximately 60 meters. It is large enough to have sheltered as many as 20,000 people together with their livestock and food stores. Now, if you don't know, humans didn't have the technology back then to create this underground base. This wasn't created by humans. And I've seen geologists and I've seen engineers go on record and say that the feat that was accomplished in the creation, formation, establishment of Darren Kuyu underground, it rivals the Great Pyramids, if not exceeds that of the Great Pyramids. You can look that up on YouTube and you can watch those documentaries. I'm talking about structural engineers have gone on record saying just that. And I'm citing those works. Look it up on YouTube. So this type of masonry, this type of structural design was impossible to have been created by human beings. This was created by an alien advanced group of beings. Alien advanced beings created this. Just like the tomb in China. Just like the Mayan civilization. Just like every pyramid society. It's all the same society. Yes, there are humans there playing a role in this whole matrix equation, but there are also other advanced beings there interacting with those humans. Just like Pumapunku. There's no way Pumapunku was created by humans. Couldn't be. Had to use lasers to cut those H blocks. Let's look it up. Didn't get that. Wow, that's interesting. Google, I didn't even fucking have an opportunity to say anything because you keep fucking playing games. Pumapunku. Okay. You gonna go? You gonna fucking... All right, archaeological site in the Tiwanaku, La Paz, Bolivia. It says that it's closed right now at this time, and it opens... It opens 9 a.m. Saturday. All right, that's interesting. Is part of a large... And then, look, man, people try to debunk it. You know, there's a lot of disinformation. You can't fucking debunk it. You cannot make those blocks with the tools that humans had. Period. Fucking end of story, dude. Stop it, man. Yeah, you're a skeptic. Yeah, you don't believe in fucking UFOs, even though the U.S. military and government... You don't trust the U.S. military and our government now, huh? That's really interesting. Right. But, yeah, even though our government just admitted to the existence of UFOs and alien beings, all right? So it's no longer a fucking conspiracy theory. Now that you know that shit's real, well, you ought to know that humans didn't have the tools to make these blocks. So you can try to debunk whatever you want to fucking think you're debunking, and you can be as skeptical as you want to fucking be. The point is, this information is irrefutable, dude. These blocks were cut with lasers. Okay? There's no tool on Earth that we know of in the world of archaeology that could have possibly made these fucking H blocks. Other than lasers, man. So, Pumapunku, it says here, Wiki, is part of a large temple complex or monument group that is part of the Tiwanaku site near Tiwanaku in western Bolivia. It is believed to date AD CE 536 and later. All right, length 116.7 meters, width 167.36 meters. Material, earth blocks, founded 536 to 600. Cultures, Tiwanaku Empire. Excavation dates Vranich. Tiwanaku is significant in the Inca traditions because it is believed to be the site where the world was created. Isn't that fucking a coincidence? In Aymara, Pumapunku's name means the door of the puma. Wow, okay. The Pumapunku complex consists of an unwalled western court, a central unwalled esplanada. I don't even know. Esplanada, a terraced esplanade, I guess, is more proper. A terraced platform mound that is faced with stone and a walled eastern court. All right, so, okay, it's cool, but we need to know a little bit more about alien involvement. Let's get to it. Stop motherfucking beating around the bush. Alien. All right, here we go. All right, nestled in the remains. Okay, that's Ancient Aliens. Y'all check out ancientaliens.com. Let's see, H blocks. All right, so unique. Ancient Aliens debunked. All these people that think that they're debunking shit, man. You guys aren't debunking any fucking thing. You're debunking all of the shit you think you're debunking based on a false premise that UFOs don't exist. But you see, they do, and they always have. And it was just unearthed, and it was just declassified, and it was just made public. So your premise, since it started from a falsity of your own, your premise is illogical. So, I'm just being fucking honest, man. There's no such thing as you're debunking shit. These people haven't debunked anything. They've been debunked, okay? They're going around, these people, man, they talk about being skeptical and open-minded. They're not open-minded and skeptical people, okay? And any type of, real sense of science, because they're going around the whole world saying, oh, these people are crazy, they're loony, they're delusional, Popeye, cuckoo. I like to say that, and as it turns out, they were wrong the whole time. Wow, how's that for validation and vindication? Yeah, victorious, homie. So, point is, cat's out the bag. Aliens exist. Everyone should be on the same page at this point and fucking totally understand that, and should understand that we were lied to in school. None of these structures could have possibly been made with the so-called tools that we were told they were made with, because it's scientifically motherfucking impossible to have happened that way. So they were cut with lasers. I want to see Ahura Mazda. They said he may have been running from someone from outer space, and that's why he directed these folks to create this. Okay, for some reason, maybe because it's been sanitized, but we're gonna get to the truth of these exopolitics here. I'm gonna get to the. Okay, here we go. This is from ancient.eu. Ahura Mazda, also known as Ahura Mazda. Okay, it's the same name, just instead of two names, like first and last name, it's just like one name. Harzu, Hormazd, Ormazd, Lord or Spirit, is the highest spirit worshipped in Zoroastrianism, the old Maid, and Persian religion, which spread across Asia predating Christianity. Okay, all right. I see him there on his winged flying machine. All right. It says in Wikipedia, is the highest spirit of worship in Zoroastrianism, along with being the first and most frequently invoked spirit of the Yasna, or Yasna. The literal meaning of the word Ahura is Lord, and that of Mazda is wisdom. Y'all know when you're driving around in the Mazda, did you know that means wisdom in this context? Ahura Mazda first appeared in the Achaemenid period 550 to 330 BCE under Darius I's Behistun inscription until Artaxerxes II of Persia 405 to 04 to 359 to 58 BCE. Ahura Mazda was I almost said worship. Damn it! I almost said worshipped. Ahura Mazda was worshipped and invoked alone. With Artaxerxes II, Ahura Mazda was invoked in a triad with Mithra and Anahita. All right, there are no representations of Ahura Mazda other than the custom for every emperor to have an empty chariot drawn by white horses to invite Ahura Mazda to accompany the Persian army on battles. All right, so that's how he was thought of in Zoroastrianism, but we want to see who this dude actually was or is in the alien off-planet sense of it all, because he obviously isn't from this planet. All right, let's see. What is this? Book of Arta Viraf? That's interesting. Okay, here we go. Alieninterview.org, 24 April 2009. Members of the aerial unit of the Domain Search Party, led by Ahura Mazda, were often called winged gods. Let's check out alieninterview.org. All right. Okay. It's interesting. It took me here, but I don't really see. I'm talking about something about the CIA. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to check out that website. Y'all check out alieninterview.org, man. There's some interesting stuff up here. It's not clear to me 100% what exactly is all here. I'll have to come back and check this out. But there's a lot of interesting stuff on that site. We need to get more information about Ahura Mazda. We need to find out where he's actually from. Okay, Ahura Mazda planet. Let's see what planet some think that he is from. Because I get it. They're calling him a god, but that's because he's from outer space. All right, who is this here? New World Encyclopedia is the supreme divinity of the Zoroastrian. The planets and astral bodies. Okay, well, if he's on Earth, man, and he's supreme, I mean, I'm pretty sure he could just like levitate like around. I mean, why would he need a winged chariot? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that Star Trek. Was that Star Trek 5, 6? Which one was it where they go to the spoiler alert, where there's that entity claiming to be God, and they were like, why would God need a starship, dude? Quit fronting. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert. So I get it. To people on Earth, he was a god, but he's definitely from outer space, and they seem to believe that he created like all this like stuff in the universe, but he's on a wing. He's on a craft that he like a hyper sled that he's flying around on. Let's go like this. Ahura Mazda extraterrestrial. I know this dude is alien. I've already seen different documentaries, but they're not clear about where he actually comes from. Okay, it says, this is from Crystal Links. Ancient alien theorists believe Zarathustra was the son of an alien god named who went by the name Ahura Mazda. Interesting. Zarathustra. All right, well then let's find out where Zarathustra is supposedly from. Type this in here. I didn't say Bustra. That's what Google, they're like, yo, you typed it wrong. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Skid it. Nietzsche thus spoke Zarathustra. Okay. All right. Okay. Friedrich Nietzsche's view on women. I don't really care. You see, hold on. I mean, I get it, like you're being scholarly, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for where Ahura Mazda fucking comes from. What he was doing on Earth, directing people to build underground bases. All right, here we go. A book for all. This is back to Wiki. This is German. Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was a German philosopher, cultural critic, composer, poet, philologist, and Latin Greek scholar. All right, it keeps going back to Nietzsche. Not fucking interested. Okay? Looking at this. Okay, so he was an Iranian, ancient speaking spiritual leader. Of course he was. Okay, so Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra, or Thustra, Spitama, or Ashu Zarathustra, was an ancient Iranian-speaking spiritual leader, a.k.a. alien, all right, an ethical philosopher, kind of like Jesus, right, who taught a spiritual philosophy of self-realization and realization of the divine. Okay. His teachings challenged the existing tradition of the Indo-Iranian religion and later developed into the religion of Mazda Yazna, or Zoro. What the fuck is this? Okay. All right, thanks for that information update. Appreciate it. His teachings challenged the existing traditions of the Indo-Iranian religion and later developed into the religion of Mazda Yazna, or Zoroastrianism. He inaugurated a movement that eventually became the dominant religion of ancient Persia. Sounds like Jesus! He was a native speaker of Old Avestan and lived in the eastern part of the Iranian plateau, but his exact birthplace is uncertain. 'Cause he's a fucking alien! Come on, man. It's easy to put this shit together, man. 19th century Indian Zoroastrian perception of Zoroaster derived from a figure that appears in a 4th century sculpture at Take Bastan in southwest Iran. The original is now believed to be either a representation of Mithra or Havra Kshayata, born 1500 BC to 1000 BC. There is no scholarly consensus. Yeah, see, there is no scholarly consensus on when he lived because they don't want you to fucking know that he walked among humans and he wasn't human. However, approximating using linguistic and sociocultural evidence allows for dating to somewhere in the 2nd millennium BCE. This is done by estimating the period in which the old Avestan language as well as the other Proto-Indian, Iranian, Iranian, and Proto-Iranian languages and the related Vedic Sanskrit were spoken. Because the Vedic, look, man, the ancient Vedas, this is the same, it's the same, we're talking about the same thing here. Vedas. All right. Veda and Vedic redirect are a large body of religious texts. Right. Vedas are also called Shruti, what is heard, literature, okay, according, I'm just scanning here, various Indian philosophies and denominations, etymology and usage. All right, so let's do this. Go like this. Veda, aliens. Veda, aliens. Ancient Vedic aliens video from Sri Archaeology. Dharma Central. Descriptions of aliens, ResearchGate, extraterrestrial beings in Vedic scriptures. You fucking already know, man. Ancient origins, colony Earth, and the Rig Veda. Yep, it says right here, ancient origins. Earth is only one of hundreds of colonies in our galaxy, which is home to 100 billion alien planets. You already fucking know. Vimana, right out of Wikipedia. Vimana are the mythical flying palaces or chariots described in Hindu texts. Epics are the flying chariots employed by various gods in the Vedas. Right, like Ahura Mazda's flying shit. Okay? Come on, man. We gotta go back and look up Sumerian Anunnaki. That's where this shit all fucking began, man. You see, they try to hide history from us, man. And that shit ain't working. Alright, here we go. Anunnaki, jump to Sumerian. You see, when you go to Anunnaki, it says jump to Sumerian. Wiki, the Anunnaki are a group of deities that appear in the mythological tradition of the ancient Sumerians. Well, they're not myth, okay? Ahura Mazda wasn't a myth either. He fucking made an ancient underground base. The Anunnaki, and he was being tailed, like someone was following him from outer space. And even with his technology, he was able to get underground, man. You know what I'm saying? But they had advanced technology as well, and they were on his ass. Are a group of deities that appear, okay, of the ancient Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. Descriptions of how many Anunnaki there were and what role they fulfilled are inconsistent and often contradictory. Right, because it's been scrubbed and sanitized from history, so you don't know the truth. But we're about to find out. In the earliest Sumerian writings about them, which come from, you're like, dude, you went from Toys R Us to talking about fucking ancient aliens. Yes, I did. In the earliest Sumerian writings about them, which come from the post-Akkadian period, the Anunnaki are the most powerful deities in the pantheon, descendants of An and Ki, the god of the heavens. You hear that? The god of the heavens and the goddess of earth. And their primary function is to decree the fates of humanity. What? Man, I'm going to leave it at that. Yo. Come on, man. What? Man, I'm your boy, One Sir Grove. We'll come back to this at some point.